Hello and welcome to Pop Culture Reacts as we are celebrating hitting the milestone of 2,000 subscribers.
Should have got one
Uh,
of them. Bzzzt, boop. I bloody can't think what they're called. The curly things that uncurl when you blow them.
Party whistle?
Yes, say that. Yeah, let's go party whistle, something like that. But I didn't. So
Damn
tough, tough
you.
for 3,000.
So, as is tradition, we are going to do some weird and wonderful live stuff for our celebrations. And we are starting with
The biggest
channel.
thank you we can ever pay to anyone ever.
We are going Vengaboys live from 2013 in a Vengaboys medley.
Have we only got one Vengaboys song on the channel?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we only have done one, but I think we mentioned it on that video, and if we didn't, we certainly mentioned it in and around it. But a joint love for the Vengaboys. That love can take many guises, and
Yes.
this is the guise that goes. This is really cheesy kind of Euro pop camp fabulousness that should be everything I don't like in life, but I bloody love it.
Yeah, it goes against everything else that I listen to,
Yeah, yeah,
Sat
and
here in a Slayer hat and, listening
but
to.
but we said like before about kind of some poppy stuff and stuff that gets in our head, and even like some more Euro style stuff that can potentially get in our head. But I think the thing that makes these so opposite of what you would is that they really did find pop success, didn't they? You know, a lot
Yeah.
of those tracks that we probably picked up along the way, we might have picked up in pubs or clubs or things like that when they've been playing. And but yeah, no, this is pure, absolute, unadulterated camp pop, isn't it?
This is saccharine. This is
Yeah.
pure, unadulterated pop saccharine.
I'm going to say though, like I've never seen them live, so
I
this is going to be
have.
quite interesting for me because I've only ever seen the videos, which, as we know, the videos are adding everything we just said about their music. That's the videos, isn't it? So I do wonder what. I imagine it's going to be very energetic. I'm not entirely sure about the quality of a live performance of them, so I'm quite interested from that extent.
So I did see them. They did a nightclub in Norwich. Must have been about 15, 20 years ago. And they didn't come on till 1 in the morning, and I'd been out drinking
I'm
all
going to say they
afternoon.
thought we'll wait until everyone's absolutely bladdered before we come out and do our songs, just in case it doesn't go well.
So I can't remember too much. I just know I have seen them.
Well, I mean, I can kind of see, I can sneakily kind of see off on the other screen the venue that they're playing at, and it looks a lot more large and resplendent than the nightclub in Norwich. So it kind of shows their trajectory, I guess.
Yes. So shall we get our Venga boys on and get on
Uh,
the Venga bus?
yeah, and I believe it's a medley, isn't it?
It is.
So let's hope it's all of the most wonderful of the Vengaboys songs. But let's do this.
Geert, ja, ken jij ze nog? De Vengaboys. Ken jij ze nog? Nou, de Benga's ken ik niet, maar die boys die ken ik wel. Toevallig. Geef ze een geweldig applaus. De Vengaboys!
I've got something to tell ya. I've got news for you. Gonna put some wheels in motion. Get ready 'cause we're coming through. Hey
een geweldige plaats. De Vengaboys. Heerlijk, dankjewel. Feeling hot.
So, quick question before we
Yes.
blaze into it: did they do a cover of "Feeling Hot, Hot, Hot"? Or do you think that was just thrown in for the performance? Because it's not one I knew they'd done as a cover, but
It,
I will say, as much as I love them, I don't necessarily follow every song they've ever covered or released.
so it's not on the two albums, but this is Europop. That could have been a single that got
Yeah,
released at some
yeah.
point and just didn't come over here.
Yeah, it just sort of struck out to me, going, you know, we love a cover on here. We certainly love a live cover. And was that a live cover as a one-off, or yeah, again, did I just miss along the way their version of it? And I was kind of hoping you were going to say yes, because my follow-up question was going to be, why did they sing so little of it again and just got the backing singers who were surrounding the stage to do the bulk of the work in that song? I mean, like, I don't want to wail into them too hard, but that just seemed well cheeky. It was just like, we'll sing a bit of it and then we'll just dance while, like, the people who are probably
The
paid
rest of you
close
do
to
it.
minimum wage sing that part of the rest of it.
But yeah, I don't know what that's from, but I'm gonna guess it's some form of like TV show or something that was in an arena in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I mean, it looks almost kind of Eurovision audience-esque, doesn't it? The way that they've
Yeah.
got like a stage in the middle and lots of fans around, and yeah, we get
From
the
like it-
presenters
and-
at the beginning, whoever they were, and it feels like this is a part of an event, isn't it? Rather than it
Yeah.
being like a. But so yeah, clearly there's something going on.
But yeah, it's just fun. It just puts a smile on your face, and
They love they put a lot of effort into their wardrobe, didn't they? Like I'll say that for them. Like there's a lot of resplendent outfits going on there. And do you know what? I love them. Put that on record. I love them. Listening to a number of their tracks all smushed together. Other than some of the lyrics, it's quite hard to tell the difference between them, isn't it?
I think it doesn't help that when you hear that sort of a meld and medley sort of
Yeah.
thing, they do slightly change the pacing on some
Yeah.
of them,
Yeah.
so there's
But it
not
was
as
kind
much
of
of a
stark.
difference.
Yeah, it was
But
stark
yeah.
for me there of going. I feel like each song had its own identity until played back to back, and then I'm kind of going, "Oh, actually, was this very much the same over and over again?" Obviously, with lots of bells and whistles. And when I sort of say, other than the lyrics, you know, a big part of a song is the lyrics, so that sort of does fundamentally change it. But yeah, there were moments in there I was going, is this how this actually went, or have they just kept the same backing track going and going, sing something else, sing one of your other hits, but use the music from one of the others? But yeah, bless them. I can't remember any of their names. I think you can, can't you? Your memory's much better than mine.
No, I can't remember the
Right.
names.
I was to say the of the singers, I would say the blonde lass come out the weaker on the night. I felt like she struggled a little bit more, but my most disappointing bit, 'cause I do want to accentuate the positive, but my most disappointing bit was oh god, I'm blanking on the bloody line now, but it's the one that the fella delivers, and it's like someone has switched his mic off, and I'm like, no, that's your moment. I can hardly hear you.
But it's the thing with this sort of stuff. You just like it fits perfectly for these sort of events where
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess it like potentially like an end of year sort of like where we'd have Jules Holland, Hootenanny.
Yeah,
They have
yeah.
a massive Eurodance
The
stage
Vengaboys
show.
Hootenanny.
Yeah. But it's a thing. I would book these for like any festival, and you put them on as the late night entertainment. You give them
Yeah.
half an hour, and I don't care if you're a metalhead at Bloodstock or a Download or at Latitude or Reading or something like that. you're gonna have fun for the half an hour they're on.
Well, I mean, like for that, I mean that's probably like I know the video sort of tops out about 7 minutes, but with the intro bit and the kind of just coming back and playing him off the stage sort of thing, it's about sort of 6 minutes, isn't it? And one of the things that I thought was quite nice to see, or quite interesting to see as well, is they kept panning to crowd shots, and of course every time it's a different like member of the crowd, so excitement levels may vary depending on the person. But as it went on, the more you were cutting back to the crowd, you could see the more that people were getting into it, whether they were familiar with the Vengaboys or not. Like you could tell that it was infectious for the crowd. One of the other things that really threw me off though was at certain points it panned up so you could see the big screens, and the big screens had the words up for the songs. And I'm not saying they're the most iconic songs ever written, but I'm going, people will know the words. They don't need it flashed on the screen. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people do.
Or because it's in English and not everyone in Holland speaks perfect English, they may have had it as translations.
I guess so. But like music transcends all language
You know,
barriers, doesn't it?
Up and down's fairly simple, and boom, 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 boom's fairly simple.
Well, yeah, and also like I still know no German, but I know how to sing some words in German. But listening to German music because you just parrot it, don't you? But I don't actually know what the words mean, and that sort of thing. But yeah, it just really surprised me of going, and especially when you're doing the feeling hot, hot, hot. I'm like, kind of most people have probably been people who are at an event like this have been exposed to this song. They probably don't need the lyrics. Although I did wonder, like, were they up there for those backing singers around the stage to kind of have a look up and go, what's the next bit? Oh yeah, feeling hot, hot, hot.
Did he boom, 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 boom?
Yeah. But yes, great fun. And like their stuff is instantaneously memorable. I'll probably be boom, 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 booming in the lift on the way up to work tomorrow, to the disgust of the other 17 people who are crammed in there with me.
It's that sort of thing. Like I do love when they just randomly come on my Spotify when I put it on shuffle, and it sort of does that things that you've listened to in the past, and then goes from Slayer to Vengaboys. I'm like, this is
Well,
me.
There's some dangerous parts to that game though, isn't there? And like we keep a Spotify list of the things we react to, don't we? But if you play through that, if you don't like a song, it might rear its ugly head again, or other songs of that ilk might start seeping into playlists. Same danger as I find living in a house with another human being is that if they go onto the Spotify, if I'm out for the day, when I come home the next day, my recommendations are dirtied, sullied. I would
Sullied
say.
your algorithm.
Sullied, yeah.
So as always, down there, let us know what you think of the Vengaboys and
Any other Euro pop, like
Dance.
Vengaboys-esque artists that maybe were around but were under the radar that might tickle our fancy. Let us know.
yes. As always, YouTube things of like, subscribe, ring the bells, and we'd like to say thank you for getting us to 2,000.
You lot are brilliant. Thank you.
And
For all the comments and even the bad ones. We do appreciate it. And like there is a veiled attempt to reply to all of them. It has been a bit ropey in recent times, but that's more due to real life stuff. But wherever possible, we will do. And when I say wherever possible, more of that to come. I will be better with that going forward.
and anything that has been put in comments is in the list, and we will get to it. But the list,
It's a long list.
the list is constantly sitting around 200, and every time we've been through a load, we end up putting a load more back on it.
I mean, it's a long tail, but to give like the heads up for those who are watching us record our 2,000 subscribers, we're doing this mid to late March, recording it, and on the channel, the stuff that we've recorded since in 2024 hasn't made the channel yet. So not only is there a big long list, but we have a load of stuff recorded. So potentially, yes, there's a bit of a wait time on it, but we tried to sort of get three to five out a week, so we'll get there.
We'll do it. So, again, thank you very much all for watching, and until next time, and more random live stuff as we're celebrating 2000. Good day.